I got to go home, so it was good.
Hey, Trevor.
Easy drive?
Didn't hit any traffic, so it wasn't terrible. So.
Oh, wow.
I
Yeah.
want to ask you is, by your own admission, the two games you would kind of like to have back this year, Denver and Houston. You don't get that with Denver, but you get another crack at these guys. Is in any way motivation this week to play better than you did against Houston before?
Yeah, I mean, you look at obviously the way we played the first game, especially just watching the tape this week, going back through it, and it's just like some of the stuff's hard to watch. You know, offensively and personally, like didn't play near my best, and we just left a lot out there. So, I mean, it's good to watch it. Obviously, you learn a lot and you see the growth and where we're at now, and you know, individually where I'm at, but also just as an offense, the level we're playing it's where you want to be. You want to be playing well at the right time. So. You know, you don't want to go back and change any of it because I think that's helped get us to here. But obviously, you know, for me, definitely want to play better and, you know, give us a chance to win, obviously, and that's the goal every week from here on out. And every game's important and really just putting together a great game plan because these guys, I mean, they play really hard. They're a really good team, really good defense. They're not giving up many points. They're really good in the red zone. Obviously, we didn't score much on them when we were here in October. So this is a challenge for us. So we're excited, and it's a good group.
What was the reaction this morning when Doug kind of said full speed ahead? We're not resting anybody. We're going to go in there and treat this like any other game.
I mean, no reaction from us. That's kind of what we expected. You know, we know at this point in the season, that's what we expected. That's what we want. And you got to finish strong, and that's the message. And these are 2 division games that we have left. I mean, that doesn't always work out that way. We get to finish with 2 division games, so it's a great opportunity for us. You know, obviously we lost this team. You know, like I said, a month or 2 or 2 months ago, whenever it was. So getting a chance to play them again at their stadium. Haven't beat this team in a while. You know, I've never beat the Texans in the last 2 years. You know, 3 games. So for me, it's a game I definitely want to win, and our whole team feels that way. And it's another opportunity just to show who we are, to put our best foot forward, to play another complete game, to keep this momentum that we have. You know, and if you go out there and lay an egg, no one's feeling good about that. You know, especially heading into the last week. So for us, this game is as big as any game we've played all year. And that's the mindset, and it's a division game, and we're treating it just like that.
Trevor, when you go back and look at the Houston game and you see what happened, does that look like a whole different team? I mean, you guys seem to be playing at a whole different level right now offensively. Does it seem like forever ago?
Definitely, yeah. It seems like a different offense, different team. Like I said, we're just playing so much better right now, and I think that things like that take time, and you've seen the chemistry and everything kind of just come together at the right time. But also, you know, personally, you know, I'm playing better, and like I've said before, like in order to win in this league, like your quarterback has to play well, and I didn't play well that day, didn't win the game, and from there on, you know, just as the season's gone on, just learning from my mistakes and offensively learning from things that we can do better as a unit. I think every position group is playing better than they were at that point in the season. So we've just gotten better, and that's all you can ask for is every week to get a little bit better, and that's what we've done. So another opportunity, like I said, to do it again this week.
Kind of following up on that, the way you're playing right now, the way this offense is playing right now, if you think back to, you know, getting drafted and thinking about what was going to happen in your NFL career, did you expect this was going to happen? Probably earlier, right? But is this sort of how you envisioned?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of a tough question. I mean, you obviously see yourself having success and doing well, and you know, being the player that I know that I could be. And you know, like you said, obviously took a little longer maybe than I wanted at times, and some setbacks and all those things. But I mean, it all kind of shaped into the player I'm becoming, and that's the thing. We can't act like we've arrived though, because we still haven't clinched anything. We still haven't made the playoffs. You know, we have 2 games left to continue to prove who we are and to put one foot in front of the next and to just keep stacking these games. So we can't look too far ahead and say this is the team we are now. You know, we have to do it every week. You're only as good as what you can do every Sunday. So, I mean, that's really for us, it's just about being consistent, continuing to do this. And that's what great teams win these games that you got to win, you win them. And that's what we're trying to become as a great team. And I think we're on our way. But we got to keep doing this consistently. And I got to keep doing it too as the quarterback. And as a player on this team, like it's all about consistency. And you know, I've played well the past month or whatever it is, but I got to keep doing that. Especially, you want to make a run in the playoffs, you want to go deep in the playoffs, then you got to do that even more so. So, I mean, that's how I'm looking at it as week to week, and I think our team has matured a lot as the season's gone on, and we've had a lot of ups and downs. I think I've talked about that little stretch where we were losing a lot in a row, and then now we've kind of bounced back. So I think we understand more, how to win, how to handle those emotions, and how to just move on to the next week. I think we've done a great job of that. So that's the challenge every week, and especially this point in the year, you got to flip the page and just take it week to week.
Doug said earlier today that at this point in the season, trying not to look ahead, that's where you really need your leaders to step up. Where do you kind of see your place in that, just helping the team's focus stay on Houston?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just, honestly, the guys have been great this week. There's not much conversation about next week and what's to come and all that. Each week will take care of itself. You gotta take care of business 1 week at a time. That's the message. And more than anything, regardless of who we're playing, what game it is, how many games we have left. Like I said, it's an opportunity to keep this momentum that we have. We're playing really good team ball. We're playing complementary, putting together great games. So why would you want to jeopardize that at this point in our season? And we're kind of hitting our stride. Like, this is just another opportunity to keep doing that and to keep playing great together and to get another win, obviously, against a good team. So that's the mindset for us, and I know the guys believe that. And our mindset is let's not lose any more this season. I mean, that's what we got in front of us. It's kind of what we have to do if we want to get to where we want to be. So that's the mindset, and I think that's kind of what it has to be. And in order to do that, you got to win. You got to go 1-0 every week, and that's been the message this whole season. And it's working for us. So we just got to keep doing that.
It seems like you guys are snapping a streak every week now at this point, whether it's 20 in a row to NFC teams or 14 in a row on the road, that kind of thing. Is that as much a sign of like a culture change going on here as it is, just better football being played?
I think it's both. I think it's just, I think that's a great step in the right direction to break things like that. Obviously, you never want those to be there in the first place, those bad streaks. But, for us to be able to we don't talk about that stuff. That's not something we think about. We don't go into a game like, we haven't won a road game in however long. Like, that's not something we think about. It's just, I think when you're so focused on your job and putting one foot in front of the next and just building coach talks about building your part of the wall. And I think that's what everyone's been able to do this year. Keep focusing on your job, and things are going to come together. And I think everyone's been able to do that, even when things weren't going great. Everyone just kept focusing on their job. No one pointed the finger, and I think that's kind of the result of that. And in every game we go into, we have that confidence we can win it, and we can beat anybody. And you've seen that this season. So I think it's part of the culture change, and just the mindset of this team has been awesome. It's really been cool to be a part of, and just to see that confidence really just build every week, and to be a part of it and be in the middle of it, it's been really cool, and you can feel it, and I'm sure you guys feel it too, and when you watch the games. And so I think it's the culture changing, it's playing good ball, it's having really good players, it's all those things. I think guys are playing well at the right time. It's all that, but yeah.
Trevor, obviously Christian has done a lot on the field, but just how important has he been for the team off the field, in his preparation, what he's been able to do each and every day to kind of help you guys move forward?
He's been awesome. Just, he approaches things the right way. He handles his business. He's a pro. He's a guy you never have to worry about, especially as a quarterback, just always knows his job, to every possible detail. We've talked about almost every situation. So we're always on the same page. Then just being, one of the leaders in that room, the receiver room too, for young guys. They have a guy to look at that does things the right way and can kind of follow in his footsteps, along with Zay and Marv and other guys we have too. But yeah, Christian's been a great addition for us. Not only just his production, he's had a great year, but I think off the field and the way he's led and the way he's just really led by example and goes about his business, I think has been impressive. And we're close too, so he's a good friend of mine. I think that aspect of it plays into it too, and it all goes together. And got a lot of respect for him and what he's been able to do.
You got to get him 1,000 early, right?
Yeah, that's what does he need? 12 yards. I hope we can get him 12 yards. Can't do that. We're gonna have other problems, so we'll see.
He admitted that number, 1,000 yards, does mean something, despite people saying it doesn't. Is there a number for a quarterback that means something? Is it 4,000 yards, which you've got a pretty good chance of cracking as well? Is that a number that means anything to you or no?
I mean, I guess you could say, I mean, yeah, that would be a cool accomplishment. I don't really even know what typically quarterbacks throw for in a year, so I couldn't even answer if that's good. I guess that's, yeah, so I mean, that really just, for me, the main number I think about is like turnovers, and that's something that at the beginning of the year, you don't say, okay, I want to have no more than this amount of, picks or whatever it is. You don't really say that, but it's just trying to limit that as much as possible. And I think as far as interceptions, I've done a good job of limiting those, and that's been a big improvement from last season. So I'm happy with that, and just being more efficient, like things like that. I don't really think about. I never really I've never done the numbers thing where I'm like, I need 4,000 yards, I need 30 touchdowns, I need less than however many interceptions. I don't really play the game that way. I think when you worry about that, you kind of are thinking about the wrong things. But I do think that obviously your stats do tell a story of how you're playing. They don't tell the whole story, but I think it does show. It paints a pretty good picture of kind of how you're playing. So obviously you want to have good stats because it means you played well. So you want to have all those, but I don't really. There's not a specific number I've been thinking about or anything like that.
And then on the toe, today was precautionary. Is it considerably better than it was maybe a week ago or 2 weeks ago?
It's getting better. It's one of those things. It's sore after games and after moving around, but it's something that just you gotta monitor and take care of and be smart, just to where I feel my best on Sunday and I can go play and not worry about it. So it is feeling better, though. I will say, compared to every week, it's felt a little better. So we're heading in the right direction.
Do you think you're going to have to deal with this until the offseason, the toe really, being not an issue, but being there basically?
Yeah, I mean, I think I was going to make a joke. I know what you mean. Well, listen, I hope it's still there, but no, I think that's going to kind of be the way it is. And there's, at this point of the year, a lot of people are dealing with things like that, on every team. But it's just one of those things where you just play through it and it's fine. It hasn't, obviously, we've been playing fine with it and, been able to win some games. So I'm not worried about it, but it'll probably be one of those things where won't feel 100% till probably after the season and get off of it for a couple weeks and all that. But yeah, so.
All good.
Awesome. Thank you all.
Beginning February.